Hi everybody, happy Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend and your Monday is off to an amazing start. Today I just kind of want to talk about mediums and what we do and how we do it and what you can expect when you go see a medium if you haven't done one already. So as a medium, what we do is we raise our vibration. So I'm a mental medium. So I raise my vibration. And what that means for someone who isn't familiar with the term vibration, I kind of go into a state and I pretend I'm going into an elevator. And once I'm in the elevator, I just imagine going up, 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 up. Okay? And I become lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And I'm kind of hanging out up here. And what spirit does, they're vibrating at a really high frequency and they have to kind of calm down. And we meet kind of up in this area, right? And that's kind of where all the magic happens. And when we can meet, then they're able to communicate with me. Since they don't have a voice box, they're not talking to me in full sentences. What they're doing is they're giving me impressions, they're giving me thoughts, they're flashing a picture. It's all really happening like really, really fast. I'll get a feeling about something. A picture will just fly by my mind's eye. And I kind of have to, in the split second that it's all happening, figure out what it all means to the person sitting in front of me. And that can be hard sometimes. And mediumship is it's about interpretation. I have to interpret, it's like playing charades with the spirit world. I have to interpret what they're trying to say. And if you think of it like this, let's say they showed me an apple. Well, that could mean a lot of different things. An apple could be an apple, like he saw you have an apple this morning. It could mean health. It could mean you were the apple of his eye. It could mean tons of different things. It could mean the color red. So many things that one little picture can mean. And so it takes all the senses to try and interpret what they're trying to say. So if I get a picture of an apple and I'm feeling kind of queasy, I can say he suffered from an illness or his health was a problem. There was a condition he suffered with. So that's how it kind of works. Now, because it is based on interpretation, we can be wrong sometimes. And so you're never going to sit in front of a medium who's 100% right all the time. We can misinterpret things. So that's why it's just really important when you decide that you want to seek out a medium for help to communicate with your loved one for healing, that you have an open mind and that you come with zero expectations, because it doesn't matter what you think you want to hear. Spirit's going to communicate what they want to communicate. And let's say you want that secret word. Well, what if that word is just not in my senses and they just can't make it happen? So if you come with zero expectations, you come with an open heart and an open mind, it can be a really beautiful exchange of energy and experience. Speaking of open mind, it's just really important when you come to think of people outside of your circle, because sometimes spirit will talk about someone outside the circle, or it'll be someone coming through that you don't recognize as an immediate family member and you just can't place who they are, when really it was your neighbor down the street when you were 10 and you're still friends with their daughter and they need to get a message to her. So you always have to have an open mind. Spirit is going to take every opportunity they can to get a message through, especially if their loved one doesn't seek out assistance, or they're not in tune with the spirit world, or they're not open to it. So they may seek it out in other ways. And I can give you a really good example of what happened to me this weekend. I sought out a medium and I went to an event that was great. Everybody got a reading. It was a really awesome experience. And during my reading, my father came through as always, and there was always a few things that I just couldn't place. So knowing the background I have in mediumship, I know spirit is never wrong. I just think maybe sometimes the interpretation that the medium had might be wrong. So I took really good notes, and all the things that I couldn't say a yes to, I took notes. Well, there was this one particular thing I couldn't say a yes to, and it was about an animal. And the medium described this animal, the breed, the color, and I just couldn't give him a yes because there was nobody in my immediate family that I knew that had an animal like this who had crossed over. But knowing that spirit is never wrong, and I know that, I wrote it down and I circled it, and I will just revisit that later. And so the next morning when I woke up, it hit me that I did have a friend, a very close friend of mine, who experienced the loss of an animal at the end of last year, and it's still really affecting their family a great deal. And that animal happened to be the exact breed and dog that the medium had brought through. And what makes it even more magical is the week before, so last week, I met with my friend and we were discussing this animal, and she actually asked, can animals communicate? So of course they can. So I believe the animal heard and took its opportunity to say, hey, I'm here, I'm okay. But because I was so focused on my family, I didn't get the message right away. So come with an open heart, come with an open mind. You will experience psychic amnesia. You're gonna forget some things. I'll give you another example. The medium kept telling me that the date of May 28th was important. It was someone's birthday, death date, anniversary. And I could not take that. I was like, I don't know. But I wrote it down, and the very next morning it hit me that was my brother's birthday. My dad was trying to say hi to my brother. So even me as a medium still suffers from that stuff because you're kind of put on the spot and you just can't remember. But it's magical when it happens. It's amazing when it happens. If you ever get the chance to sit with a medium, I really encourage you to do so. It's a beautiful experience when it happens. You share the love of your loved one together. Come with an open heart, come with an open mind, and I think let's play, let's figure it out. A great medium will be able to turn a no into a yes. Let's say the medium says, I don't know, your brother had a heart attack, and you say, no, he didn't have a heart attack. And then the medium can kind of go back in and feel, well, I feel there was a heart condition. And then you can say, yeah, actually he did have a heart murmur or something like that. So let us work it out. Let us try to figure out where we went wrong. That's all part of it. Doesn't mean we didn't have your loved one. It just means we're just interpreting something incorrectly, because a heart can mean a ton of different things, and we just have to figure it out. And what they do is they use our experiences, and they'll bring forth a memory of our own to try to help guide us and get us to exactly what they want us to say. So it's an amazing experience if you ever get a chance to do it. If you're interested in developing your mediumship, hit me up too. I love teaching it. I love talking about it. Always available for any questions anybody has. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you again next Monday.